Jim Carrey, the real story behind the fame. Everything you want to know about. Jim Carrey, Canadian-American actor and comedian. Born the 17th of January 1962, age 63 years. Newmarket, Canada. Spouse, Lauren Holly. NM 1996, 1997. Melissa Weimer, REM 1987, 1995. Children, Jane Aaron Carey. Awards, MTV Movie TV Award for Best Kiss. See more. Siblings, Rita Carey, John Carey, Patricia Carey Fournier. Jim Carrey net worth, $180 million. Success. Carrey's first taste of stardom came in 1990 on the Wayans Brothers sketch comedy show In Living Color. It was on this show that he wowed audiences with characters like the masochistic and accident-prone Fire Marshal Bill. Carrey remained on In Living Color until it ended in 1995, but shortly before its cancellation, his major movie debut, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, hit theaters. The movie was a smash hit that made him a household name overnight. The same year, he starred in The Mask and Dumb and Dumber, both of which were box office hits. For his next film, The Cable Guy, he earned $20 million, setting a salary record. Carrey's other notable comedic vehicles include Liar, Liar, Bruce Almighty, Me, Myself, and Irene, and Yes Man. He has also appeared in a number of dramas and dramedies, including The Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Majestic, Man on the Moon, and the thriller The Number 23. More recently, Jim Carrey has played the role of Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog, 2020, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Inches, 2022. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Inches gave Carrey the best opening of his career with a $72 million U.S. box office opening weekend. Early life. Carrey was born in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, to Kathleen, née Oram, a homemaker, and Percy Carrey, a musician and accountant. He was raised Catholic and has 3 older siblings, John, Patricia, and Rita. His mother was of Irish and Scottish descent, and his father was of French-Canadian ancestry. The family's original surname was Carrey. At age 8, he began making faces before a mirror and discovered a talent for doing impressions. At age 10, Carrey wrote a letter to Carol Burnett of The Carol Burnett Show, pointing out that he was already a master of impressions and should be considered for a role on the show. He was overjoyed when he received a form letter reply. A fan of Monty Python, whose TV show Monty Python's Flying Circus aired in the 1970s. In 2014, Carrey appeared on Monty Python's Best Bits, Mostly, and recalled the effect on him of Ernest Scribbler, played by Michael Palin, laughing himself to death in the funniest joke in the world sketch. Radio Times states, "You'll see why immediately. Palin's performance is uncannily Carrey-esque." Carrey spent his early years in the borough of Scarborough, Ontario, part of metropolitan Toronto, where he attended Blessed Trinity Catholic Elementary School in North York. His family later moved to Burlington, Ontario, where they would spend 8 years. Jim attended Aldershot High School while there. Sometime later, his family became homeless and lived together in a Volkswagen van, while teenage Jim and his brother spent months living in a tent in Charles Daly Park on the Lake Ontario shore in Lincoln, Ontario. The family struggled financially, however. Their situation started improving once his father found employment in the accounting department at the Titan Wheels Tire Factory in Scarborough. Furthermore, in return for living in the house across the street from the factory, the family, primarily teenage sons Jim and John, would work as janitors and security guards at the tire factory, doing 8-hour shifts from 6 p.m. into the next morning. Moving back to Scarborough, teenage Jim started attending Agincourt Collegiate Institute before dropping out of school on his 16th birthday. He began to perform comedy in downtown Toronto while continuing to work at the factory. In a 2007 Hamilton Spectator interview, Carrey said, "If my career in show business hadn't panned out, I would probably be working today in Hamilton, Ontario, at the Dofasco Steel Mill." As a young man, he could see the steel mills across the Burlington Bay and often thought that was where the great jobs were.